What's up, Tech Gang? Stefan here from TechRight. Today we have the BLU Vivo 11 Plus versus the Samsung Galaxy A6. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so we have two mid-range devices right here, both a little over $250 depending on where you get your device. The Samsung Galaxy A6 on the right, I got at Metro by T-Mobile. Got it a little less than $250. But again, if you guys are getting an unlocked version, I know some of you did pay $250, maybe a little bit less, but they are pretty close in specifications. Starting off with the BLU Vivo 11 Plus, we have a MediaTek Helio P60. This is going to be an octa-core processor clocked in at 2 GHz. We have 6 GB of RAM, we have 128 GB of internal storage, a 6.2-inch IPS screen, and I have to say this is one of the best displays I've seen on a mid-range device. Very, very beautiful display. We have a 16 plus 5 megapixel dual rear-facing camera with LED flash. We also have a 16 megapixel front selfie camera with LED flash. So very, very nice camera on that device if you guys haven't seen the video on that. I'm going to be dropping the full review on this phone soon, so definitely stay tuned. And this device is going to be running Android Oreo 8.1. Next we have the Samsung Galaxy A6. This is going to be a 720p display, but it is going to be Super AMOLED, and in that effect it looks very, very nice. Honestly, one of the best lower range phones that I've seen in a while, so very, very nice screen on this device. We also have a very impressive 16 megapixel rear and front facing camera. I'd have to say the 16 megapixel front facing camera is probably the best I've seen on a budget phone so far. Very, very nice camera to say the least. You guys will be seeing the full review on this device as well. We also have an octa-core processor. This is going to be clocked in at 1.6 gigahertz. It looks like we have Android 8.0 in here as well. We have 3 GB of RAM, 32 GB of internal storage. Now I think the biggest difference right here has to be between the RAM. We have double the RAM on the BLU Vivo 11 Plus, so that's why I think the BLU Vivo 11 Plus is going to win. It has 6 GB of RAM instead of 3, so it's double the RAM right there. Definitely tell me what you guys think. Put it in the comments down below who you think is going to win. Again, these phones are very, very close in price, so you guys do have to remember that. So we're going to go ahead and start this off. Alright, so if you guys are new to my channel, you might not know how these speed tests go, but first and foremost, we're going to do a little side-by-side comparison. So we're going to open applications at the same time. We have 10 applications up here: Antutu Benchmark, phone, settings, Temple Run 2, camera, Helix Jump, calculator, Chrome, clock, and Play Store. We're going to open these applications at the same time, see which one opens first, and after that we're going to do a time test. So we're actually going to go ahead and open this stopwatch. We're going to open up the same applications again, but we're going to see which one gets the better time, and then we're going to finish it off with an Antutu Benchmark test and see which one gets the best score. Best overall mark is going to win this competition. Let's go ahead and start this test. Other thing we did as well is we opened up developer options, and we did turn off animations on both these devices because animations may vary for each device. So we're going to go ahead and shut all animations off, and this is just going to be straight no animations speed test. Alright, so first application we're going to do is the Antutu Benchmark in 3, 2, 1, go. And the Samsung Galaxy A6 actually booted up first. That's pretty crazy. Let's go ahead and go to the next one. We're going to next open up the phone application in 3, 2, 1, go. And that was exactly the same time. Next we have settings in 3, 2, 1, go. And it looks like the BLU Vivo 11 Plus booted that up first. Booting up Temple Run 2 in 3, 2, 1, go. And it looks like the BLU Vivo 11 Plus beat it by a few seconds, so about 4 or 5 seconds right there. Next we have the camera in 3, 2, 1, go. Pretty much same time right there. Next we have Helix Jump. This is going to be another video game, so in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so BLU Vivo 11 Plus beat it about a second, so pretty similar right there. Next we have calculator in 3, 2, 1, go. Pretty much same time right there. And next we're going to actually go into Chrome, see which one boots up first, and then we're going to actually do a search. 3, 2, 1, go. So it looks like the BLU Vivo 11 Plus won on that one, but that's not what I wanted to see. I wanted to see which one searches faster. So we're going to actually go into the search bar right now, and we're going to go to a site. Let's go ahead and go to Motorola.com, and let's go ahead and search this in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so the BLU Vivo 11 Plus brought it up about 2 seconds faster than the A6. Let's go and leave this. Let's go and clock now. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so the BLU Vivo 11 Plus booted up first. And last but not least, the Play Store in 3, 2, 1, go. Exactly the same time. That was actually very, very close. Alright, so we're going to test the RAM right now, and we're going to see if this loads up the game straight away. So we're going to go back to the first application right here. So Antutu Benchmark in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so it loads up the application. Let's go back to the settings. Over here, where is it at? Settings, 3, 2, 1, go. So I actually had to reload the settings right now on the A6. It does have half the RAM the BLU Vivo 11 Plus does have, so that is reasonable to see. Now let's go to another application really quick. Let's go back to the phone application, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, still stay there. Now this is going to be very interesting to see. I want to see if it boots up Temple Run 2 on the A6, and let's see if it has to start the application over again. Again, this being 3 gigabytes of RAM and this being 6. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so this device did have to boot it up over again. Obviously, this has double the RAM, so this one had to boot up again because it doesn't have too much RAM inside of it. So very, very interesting to see that 3 gigabytes of RAM couldn't hold that there, but the 6 did. Let's go ahead and see what the camera did. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so the camera held right there, it looked like. And Helix Jump. This is another game, probably a little less graphic intensive than the Temple Run 2, as we saw right there. So let's see if this held on here. In 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so this held on here, and the A6 actually had to reboot it over again. So very interesting. Next, we have the calculator in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so held. Next, let's go Chrome. And this one actually had to reload the page. The one on the BLU Vivo 11 Plus held the page on here, so kudos to BLU Vivo 11 Plus for having that much RAM in this device. Let's go again to the next application. Looks like we have 2 more. The clock, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, application was held. And last but not least, we have the Play Store. Let's see if this has to load up on the A6 in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so it didn't have to reload, but as you guys saw, the RAM was in use right there on the BLU Vivo 11 Plus, definitely, because the A6 actually had to boot up the higher intensive applications up, such as Temple Run 2 and Helix Jump on there. But let's go ahead and do a time test now. So we're going to go ahead and clear all of those applications in 3, 2, 1, go. Now, before I do this test right here, we actually have both of the browsers loaded up right here. So we actually have Motorola.com loaded up here. We're going to leave that in there for the time test. So we're going to have that in there, see which one boots up first. And we're going to go ahead and start this test. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and start this time test in 3, 2, 1, go. Cool. So we got 54 seconds flat because part of it I kind of messed up on the A6. So let's shave about half a second off. So about 54 seconds for the A6, which is actually pretty decent. But let's go ahead and do this on the BLU Vivo 11 Plus. All right, so let's see if we can beat 54 seconds on the BLU Vivo 11 Plus. My guess is it's going to get around 45 seconds. So let's go ahead and start this in 3, 2, 1, go. Play Store. Stop. All right, so yeah, right around 45 seconds, we got about 43.35. So, you know, that definitely beats 54 seconds by about 12 seconds. So pretty cool stuff right there. BLU Vivo 11 Plus is definitely faster. Definitely has the 6 gigabytes of RAM in it, so it's probably faster due to that. And the 2 gigahertz octa-core processor compared to 1.6. But again, we're going to see what scores they get on the Antutu Benchmark. The BLU Vivo 11 Plus is winning so far, and I think it's going to be the Samsung Galaxy A6 on this test. All right, everyone, we're going to go ahead and start the test right now. We're interested in seeing how the A6 pulls off this test. Again, I already tested the BLU Vivo 11 Plus, but let's see what happens. Alright guys, so these are the scores. The BLU Vivo 11 Plus got a score of 136,606, and the A6 actually got a very very surprising score of almost 100,000. So we got a score of 97,673. Which is pretty impressive, to be quite honest, for a Metro by T-Mobile device. But starting off with the BLU Vivo 11 Plus, we got a score of 61,722, beating about 50% of the users. We also got a GPU of about 30,000, defeating 25% of users. We got a UX score of 36,000, defeating 43% of users. And we got a very, very impressive MEM score of 9,388, defeating 48% of users. Next, we got a score of 97,673, obviously on the A6. For CPU, we got about 20,000 less than the BLU Vivo 11 Plus, defeating 25% of users. We also got a GPU score of 21,550, defeating 18% of users. A UX score of 28,687, defeating 30% of users, and a MEM score of 6,008, defeating 26% of users. Now, everything said and done, the BLU Vivo 11 Plus and all of my tests so far, the speed tests, did win. So pretty much won against the A6, but again, you know, to each their own. If you guys do like certain aspects, or you just like Samsung in general with the Galaxy A6, or you like a smaller phone in general, there are certain things that the Samsung Galaxy A6, you know, has that the BLU Vivo 11 Plus doesn't have, obviously. So definitely to each their own. Whatever device you guys like is definitely a good choice. Both these devices are very, very good. But yeah, the BLU Vivo 11 Plus just happened to win in this match. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, please leave a like down below, as well as subscribing if you guys aren't a part of the tech gang already. Also hit the notification bell if you guys want to be notified every time I do upload a new video. This has been Stefan from TechRight. Peace out, tech gang.